Bill Ford told me leaving Russia was painful but necessary.
If you think of a company that's been around 118 years, we've had to do this more times than I would certainly have liked in my lifetime, where there were just troublesome spots, and we had to, say no more, we're out, and that's what we've done in Russia. And so, it's never a great thing because we have, employees that are affected and who weren't part of the whole political scene there, and yet it was the right thing to do.
Since you sort of carry the name of the company, and it's an appropriate question to ask you, when the war is over, and how quickly will you look to return, or do you believe that there has to now be a moment of reflection, and you just because business is open there doesn't mean you're going to rush back? I'm hearing a lot of CEOs saying, no, we're going to make sure that the human rights record's right. We're going to make sure that it's right to move back. What do you feel?
I think that's right. When I look back to the days of South Africa, when we pulled out during the apartheid era, we wanted to make sure when we went back that it was the right atmosphere with the right government. And in that case, the Mandela government was absolutely the right time for us to go back. So, we'll do the same thing again here. There will be a new Russia one day, but it will take a little time to sort out what that means. And we'll take our time with that. It's important that we do get the human rights equation correct, and that we feel that the country is headed in the right path. So, that's one thing that I keep telling our employees, because this is a family company. It's been one for 118 years, and we take the long view. I think it's one of the things that separates us is we can take the long view, and we can take stances that others don't take. We were on the Paris Accord, we were the only company to come out and support it. We came out and supported California against the Trump administration on air quality when our competitors went the other way. So, again, it's important that companies have values, and it's important that those values see you through.
You've just raised a very important point. In fact, you answered the question I was about to ask, which is the significance of somebody like yourself who's been there. But are you now concerned? Let's just take with what's happening in Florida with Disney and the DeSantis administration. You've seen what's happened there. Are you concerned when you see administrations essentially wreaking some form of revenge on a company that has followed a policy they don't like?
When you've been around 118 years, you've been through everything, right? And we've been in countries all around the world. We've been in this country for 118 years, and we've always had to deal with
Right.
different political winds that have been blowing, and so. But again, it's important that our employees, understand
Right.
what we stand for. But there are no perfect worlds. I can tell you that. And so, we have to operate in a very imperfect world every day.
And you'll hear more from Bill Ford on the company's new electric truck. He'll be talking about that to us later in the program.